Have you ever wondered what drives someone to actively hunt down the dislike button on videos they're watching? What I'm about to reveal about these people will shock you, and it might make you question everything you thought you knew about online behavior. Picture this scenario. Someone clicks on a video, watches it for 30 seconds, immediately scrolls down to smash that dislike button with the fury of 1,000 suns. But here's what's really happening beneath the surface. And trust me, it's darker than you think. These aren't just casual viewers expressing mild disagreement. We're talking about individuals who are fighting internal battles that have nothing to do with your content. They're carrying around emotional baggage so heavy it's crushing their ability to engage with the world in healthy ways. Let me paint you a picture of what's really going on in their minds. These are people who wake up already angry at the world. They've been disappointed so many times that disappointment has become their default state. Every morning, they're looking for confirmation that the world is as terrible as they believe it to be. When they encounter your video, they're not really seeing your content. They're seeing an opportunity to project all their frustration onto something external. It's easier to hate your 5-minute cooking tutorial than to confront the fact that they're deeply unhappy with their own lives. The psychology behind this behavior is absolutely fascinating and terrifying at the same time. These individuals often struggle with what psychologists call emotional dysregulation. They can't process their feelings in healthy ways, so they lash out at whatever's convenient. Your innocent YouTube video just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But here's where it gets really interesting. Many of these serial dislikers exhibit traits that align with narcissistic personality patterns. They genuinely believe their opinion is the only one that matters. In their minds, they're not just disliking your video. They're performing a public service by warning others about your terrible content. They've appointed themselves as the supreme judges of what deserves to exist on the internet. They scroll through videos with the confidence of film critics at Cannes, except they're judging your cat compilation or makeup tutorial with the same intensity reserved for Oscar contenders. The entitlement is breathtaking. These people truly believe that creators owe them something. They expect every piece of content to cater specifically to their preferences, and when it doesn't, they feel personally offended. It's like walking into a restaurant, ordering something you've never tried, hating it, and then demanding the chef change careers. What's even more disturbing is how they feed off the negative energy they create. Each dislike gives them a tiny hit of dopamine, a momentary feeling of power and control. They're essentially using your content as a drug to make themselves feel better about their miserable existence. These individuals often have histories of failed relationships, career disappointments, and social isolation. Instead of working on themselves, they've chosen to become digital vampires, sucking the joy out of other people's creative efforts. They're so consumed by bitterness that they can't recognize genuine effort or authenticity when they see it. The truly sad part is that many of these people were probably creative themselves at some point. Maybe they tried to make content, failed, and now they can't stand seeing others succeed where they didn't. It's like watching someone burn down a library because they never learned to read properly. They operate with a zero-sum mentality where your success somehow diminishes their worth. In their twisted logic, disliking your video is their way of leveling the playing field. They can't build themselves up, so they'll tear everyone else down instead. The irony is that their behavior reveals everything about their character, while saying nothing meaningful about your content. When someone immediately dislikes a video they've barely watched, they're essentially holding up a sign that says they're emotionally unstable and desperate for attention. These people are walking around with chips on their shoulders so massive they can barely function in normal social situations. They've turned cynicism into an art form, and negativity into their entire personality. They're the type of people who complain about free samples at the grocery store. What makes them particularly insufferable is their complete lack of self-awareness. They genuinely believe they're providing valuable feedback when they're really just having public emotional breakdowns. They think their random dislike on your video about gardening tips is somehow contributing to the betterment of society. The saddest part is that behind all this toxic behavior are human beings who are probably suffering in ways they don't even understand. Their need to spread negativity is really a cry for help, but they're going about it in the most destructive way possible. So the next time you see those random dislikes on your videos, remember that they're not really about you or your content. They're about broken people trying to feel powerful in the only way they know how. Don't let their misery infect your creative spirit, because that's exactly what they want.